What does it mean to you personally to finally get to play in the postseason here at Arizona?
Um, I mean, it's been a long time. We've been working for it, ever since COVID hit and stuff like that. So I think it's big accomplishment for the team, and we just taking it as another game.
Sure, that's exactly what I was going to ask you next. I mean, does anything change this week as far as your approach, mindset, mentality, anything, or is it just the next game on the schedule?
No, not at all. It's baseball. We're going out there. We've got to play the same 9 innings, whatever, however many we play. Catch a ball, throw the ball, hit the ball. So nothing changed. Mentality, preparation. Yeah, we just got to stay the course and keep doing what we have to do to get better on a daily basis.
How beneficial has it been so far? Obviously, you've just been practicing, but how beneficial has it been to be at home and not have to travel on the road?
It's good. I mean, we all like staying home and stuff, amount of rest and all that stuff. So it's good being able to have more team with the time with the team. Just preparation, all that good stuff.
What are the challenges of trying to prepare to possibly face three different teams this weekend?
Being ourselves. That goes back to the whole preparation. Just being able to come to practice, focused on the task at hand. Can't really look too far or not anything behind you. Just stay present. That's really all I could tell you. Our team does a great job with that too. Just being in the moment and feeding off of the things that happen where your feet are.
Your job as a hitter is to work the count, get on base. You like to take pitches. You're probably going to face a pitcher on Friday who doesn't walk anybody. He hardly has any walks this season. Does that alter your approach or your mindset at the plate at all?
That's good for him. No, not at all. I have no clue. I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that. That's a good thing he fills up the zone and everything. But like I said, I'm not worried about anybody else but Arizona baseball.
And how beneficial do you believe has it been and will it be this weekend to be playing at home and not have to travel on the road?
Yeah, I think it's very beneficial. It's definitely helpful when, from a starting pitcher's perspective, you're driving to the field from your house and you're just driving to, show up to the game about 2 hours early and then you just get to go to work instead of wake up in a hotel bed that you're not used to sleeping in and going to the field with the rest of the team. So I think it's definitely an advantage to have a home field advantage. So I'm definitely blessed and I think we're all very, very excited to, play this week at our own field and have our fans behind us each game, no matter if we're playing in the night or in the day. Tucson's a great place.
So whether you're pitching Friday night or Saturday afternoon or Saturday night, whatever the case, there will be a really big crowd at Hi Corbett. It'll be an exciting, electric type of atmosphere. As a starting pitcher, does that help you, or is it difficult to kind of keep your adrenaline, under control and hit the zone when the crowd's that crazy?
I think we tend to play better when the pressure's on. Like Yeski said, pressure is a privilege. So, we're definitely excited to have all the fans out there. And I think us as a team, our offense and defense, I think we tend to play better when the pressure's on and when, people are yelling and screaming. So, I think it benefits us and pitchers as well because obviously adrenaline will help you throw a little bit harder and throw that curveball a little bit harder. So I think it's definitely on our side, especially, again, going back to the home field. It definitely helps that they're all cheering for us and not against us. So.
How helpful is it to open up postseason play with a team that you guys are at least a little bit familiar with?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot. A team like GCU, they're a very good team, and we weren't surprised that we'd be playing them this Friday night. So I think it just helps with, knowing what pitches you've thrown in the past to their hitters and the hitters knowing, what each pitcher does. They haven't seen the Friday guy, but I think once we get past that Friday guy and work him out of the game, we've seen all their relievers. So, I think it definitely benefits us. And especially it's at our place again. So we'll be playing at home, and we'll be playing a team that we're familiar with. And yeah, I think it definitely helps.
What were your first thoughts when you saw the field for the Tucson Regional? I think a lot of people thought, wow, that's 4 talented teams.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely 4 talented teams, but I think if anything, I think it's a win-win, just because if, obviously we're going to do well this weekend. So you're going to face, 4 or 3 talented teams. So you're just going to be that much ready for the Supers, and then face a talented team there, and you'll be that much ready for Omaha. So I think if anything, it benefits us to, face the teams that we are this weekend, because it'll definitely help us down the road.
How much have you had to alter your usual practice routine this week, if at all?
Yeah, we've had a great week of practice. We went in the evening, early in the week, obviously because of the weather, and then to kind of get on a routine, we went earlier in the day yesterday, and then today we just have finished up our slotted NCAA time. So very pleased with the preparation. Everything has felt just like another week in regards to all that.
Sure. You presumably are going to be facing Pearson Ole in the first game here. What's your scouting report on him?
Yeah, very good pitcher. Throws a ton of strikes. He's a very confident kid.
Obviously, the tournament hasn't started yet, but just from what you've done so far in practice, how beneficial has it been to be at home and not be where you guys are used to, not be on the road?
Yeah, great question. Huge, in my opinion. I noticed it yesterday. If you're on the road yesterday, it would have been a travel day. There's a lot of preparation that goes into playing 3 teams or preparing for 3 teams, at least in terms of how our staff does that. And I was very thankful to be sitting in my office, all day, all night on Tuesday and Wednesday for sure.
How do you think this reset, as you kind of referred to it over the past weekend, worked for you guys as far as getting your mindset back in place after finishing up the regular season?
I just think it was good. I mean, we've been pressing hard, in terms of every way and how we've worked in terms of the competition. I saw something, we won 16 of our last 20 games. And if you think about that, culminating in a Pac-12 championship, national seed, opportunity to host, that was well earned. And so I think maybe just a little bit of a mental break. Sunday was great. And Monday, obviously celebrating the season. And then it's just been back to work. These guys have played with great energy all year long. This week was no different. I do think maybe having an extra day was really important and really helpful for us.
Sure. Coach Yeski said that pressure is a privilege, that you kind of want to put yourself into those situations. Do you agree with that concept?
Well, there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than on this field today and on this field this weekend. And players have earned it. They're prepared. They're ready for it. They know they're ready for it. And, I think they look at it the same way. I think how we roll right now is the mindset is the strength of this team. And some of them, in mentioning Vince and Preston, went through some things to develop to get themselves to this point. You just mentioned Donta. So I think experience and maturity and mindset is probably the strength of our team. I don't know how many major league players we have on our team. We have a couple, 2 to 3 to 4 maybe, but we have a lot of really, really good college players that have formed a good team, both mentally and physically.
Yeah, Jacob Berry and Daniel Susak are going to be up for a number of awards. They were just named to the college baseball All-America team. Just when you recruited those guys, did you expect them to have this immediate impact their freshman season?
Well, first off, in terms of making that collegiate baseball America team, that's a big time honor. You're talking about in the first team, you're talking about 10 hitters in the entire country. So what accomplishment for Jacob, and it's well deserved. And in terms of Daniel, I think he was on the second team, if I'm not mistaken. There's 2 catchers on every team at least, so that's 600 catchers. So you're talking about arguably the best hitter in the country in Jacob, and you're talking about one of the 2 best catchers in the country in terms of Daniel. So my assessment of it was those were massive, massive recruiting gets. I felt like with their talent, with our development system for hitters and position players, they would thrive in that. and mentally they've both been incredibly strong as well. So when you put all those pieces together, I would say I'm not really surprised.